All right. Hey guys, welcome back to the Underground. This is Interactive Chat, volume 35, our weekly, every Thursday, rain or shine, but not immune to power outages and tornadoes and thunderstorms, apparently. So disclaimer there. Thursday night podcast every single week where we talk about everything PSVR2, and Lord have mercy, do we have a lot. There are brand new games coming in the near future. There are brand new games coming very soon as next month. Next month, guys, is going to be absolutely crazy. Cannot wait. And we're definitely going to talk about that some. Also, there are 24 PSVR2 games on sale right now. And as always, we're going to go through the entire list and I'm going to give them the thumbs up, thumbs down of approval or disapproval. And we're going to have some fun with that because there's some good shit. There's some good shit on sale. And I can't wait to recommend to you what I think you need to grab. We'll take a look at it together. I haven't even had a chance to look at it. What is up, Blue Jew, the Underground Game Cat Elite Name Squad of the House, Ben L of the Game Cat Army. What is up, my friend Markio? What up, homie? Game Cat Chicago. Man, I want some Chicago stuffed pizza right now. Every time I see your name, I just think Chicago stuffed pizza or an Italian beef sandwich. Fully dipped that bitch. Love that shit. It's not my, what up, Twitch of the Single Player Game Cat? I don't even know. I digress. It's Saturday. This is usually Saturday night live stream where it's viewer's choice. But for those who don't know, if you are in our Discord, you might know. But had a lot of power outages, some crazy storms. Guys, I saw the craziest lightning bolts I have ever seen in my life. And I know it's just lightning, but holy shit, these suckers were huge. I've never seen anything like that. And twice knocked out the power in the area in my house. So I had to postpone all the shows and everything because, yeah, like I said, Game Cat Chicago says, Italian beef represent, dipped represent. Hell yeah. I know what's up. Well, I'm lucky enough, Game Cat Chicago, where I had friends. One of my best friends was from Chicago. I got some family out there too. So I know what's up, man. There's some good eats out there. I love good food and I love Chicago food. Flame Hat, the Game Cat, fire. What's up, man? Hooked Worm, good to see you, man. World Haze, hello. I'm glad to cure you of your boredom. Be bored no more, because we got a lot of cool shit to talk about and break down. But yeah, man, thank you, Mark. And thank you, everybody who, just wished me to be safe and whatever. And yeah, like totally fine. It was crazy driving home from work that day, though. The power went out at work. It was just pure darkness in the office. And then driving home, there was no street lights. Like they didn't even go to like backup mode where it was like blinking red. It was just off. It was just the street lights were just straight black and dead. And I realized how many people don't know how to drive. You're supposed to treat it like a four-way stop, aren't you? When the lights go out, isn't that how it's supposed to work? People were just going at random. It was crazy, man. People are stupid. But anyways, I hope you guys got your drinks tonight. I sure do, because we got a lot of stuff to talk about. Doing things a little bit different tonight. Still going to do a Saturday night live stream. I don't know about tonight, but maybe we'll do a Sunday morning live stream. We'll do that, perhaps. If not, we'll just do it as soon as I can. But yeah, man, tons of awesome news to talk about. Tons going on in PSVR2 land. And good to see all of you guys. Let's get some other trailers running here. Let's go ahead and kick things off with all the announcements that happened during the week, which were some pretty big ones, man. Lots of games. Actually, one might have even happened last week, but I just haven't had a chance to talk about it. And so I want to talk about it. But the first one is, of course, is this Phasmophobia? Let me get Phasmophobia off of here. God, I can't wait for Phasmophobia. Guys, a little old PSVR hidden gem. Definitely an amazing hidden gem. Got announced earlier this week. This comes to us via, what are they called? Oh, that's just their name on Twitter. But guys, awesome news. Racket Fury, baby. Racket Fury is coming to PSVR2. Oh, I don't know how many people got to play this or not. If you didn't, man, you are in for a treat because this game was so freaking good. The best, like, I actually almost had it. I had like a top PSVR physics list, and I had it as kind of like an honorable mention, but man, I think it should have, unless there was just some stiff competition. I can't remember the full list. This game really, you know, we've had a lot of ping pong games. We've had a lot of crap ping pong games. There's a lot of games that try to do oh, this is ping pong VR, which I think might have been the name, or just some kind of, generic and insert generic sport title here and put VR at the end of it. And a lot of them are pretty crappy, just kind of, I don't want to say cash grabs, but they're just not very talented developers behind it. And, or at least if they're not not that they're not talented developers, they're just not good games. This is far from the case here. This is the best ping pong game I have played. And whether you like ping pong or not, I think this game is fantastic and really is suitable for anybody. But it's so good. And it's got single player, it's got like an arcade mode, it's got a simulation mode to kind of alter the physics. It's got these different levels, as you see. Some of them are like sci-fi, some of them are just normal as well if you want to play in just a normal looking environment, but I like the little sci-fi twist that they have as well. But this game is great, man, for single player or for multiplayer. Great physics, a great gameplay, so much fun. And really, really enjoyed this. I'm super happy about this game coming. It's Yoki's Universe Galaxy. I love your name. Says, do you stream on Twitch? I have a Twitch. I do when I have more free time. I like to stream stuff. The next thing I can think I'll be streaming on Twitch is probably like the Final Fantasy VII Part 2 remake or something. I might stream that on there. I wish I'd like to do it more. I've just been a little busy lately, but I definitely utilize that when I can, and definitely will be streaming on there more for non-VR stuffs. But heck yeah, man. Let's see here. I like to see what you guys are saying as well. Getting physics down on real life stuff is not easy. Cool when you get, yeah, man. This game really, the feel of it, you know, a lot of VR games are about how good they feel, and this game feels fantastic. And it's got a like I said, a good amount of environments to play in. The cool thing is that when this game launched, it was a little bit on the bare bones side. It was really good, but when after some time passed, they did like a couple updates, major updates to the game. They added multiplayer, and they added more levels. And I remember jumping back into this. I actually streamed this on one of my Saturday Night Live streams, and I just, man, I didn't want to stop playing. Like, I was having so much fun. What up, Scott, the PSVR game cat for life? But yeah, guys, super exciting. We haven't had any mention of the upgrade path yet. Most of the time, this news comes out a little bit later, closer to launch or something around then. Sometimes, but this game was only, I think, $20 at the time, and I would absolutely pay for it again. I really think this game was this is like one of those really criminally overlooked games on PSVR. I don't know why it wasn't more popular, because it is absolutely fantastic, but no, not sure of the upgrade path, not really worried about it. As long as they don't charge us an arm and a leg for it again, then, you know, I'll have no problem. We also don't know about the enhancements to it, like if there's going to be any additional content, what kind of the graphical enhancements yet. Obviously, it'll have better tracking. This game had fantastic tracking on PSVR, so I'd imagine the tracking on PSVR2 will be better. But Twitcher is chiming in. It says Racket Fury was pretty incredible. Details like how you could fine-tune the position of the table itself. Yeah, not only that, but you could actually put some spin on the ball, which was really nice. I mean, really, really impressive. what they did. And I like that they added a little bit of flavor, a little creativity into it, because that's what makes games fun. I like simulation sim stuff, but at the same time, I like to see games get creative, have a little fun with themselves as well. But we're just getting started, guys, because in other news, we have something that is much needed on PSVR2, something I have been longing for, one of my favorite genres of all time. Don't tell GC13. But guys, there is a platformer coming to PSVR2 in the form of Ven VR Adventure. Now, Monolithic Games actually announced recently a new title that they're that they're bringing, and it's like what is it, bare knuckle boxing or something. I don't really care, to be honest with you. Like, I'll check it out when it gets here. But this is what I'm excited for, because I've been waiting for this game for a very long time. I've been really wanting to play it. I've been holding off playing it on other platforms, because it was announced for PSVR like years ago, and never ended up coming out. So I'm really excited that the developers have announced that this is now in development for PSVR 2. Guys, we need more platformers, okay? Look, I love horror games. I love action games. I love gritty, serious, dark games as much as everyone else. But at the same time, it's like, damn, I also like variety. I like to mix things up. Not everything has to be that. This is something that I think is just a genre that is really awesome in VR. Of course, there is the legendary Astrobot Rescue Mission, which is like top tier, like the Mario 64 of VR games. And yeah, you know, I don't want every single game to be a third person or to be a platformer, but I sure love the built from the ground up VR games, VR platformers. Speaking of built from the ground up, let's do this. Let's check out what they have to say over on the Steam page. Let's check it out. They say, Ven VR Adventure is a single-player platform game built for virtual reality from the ground up. You happen to meet Ven on his unknown planet, invaded by Bruce Nelson. Who the hell is that? Who wants to destroy the surrounding magical world and gain access to energy that can make him virtually immortal. Be the hero to help Ven save his planet from destruction. So, you know, classic little family-friendly plot trope here, I guess. But the features: take an adventure through magical land, enter the world of Ven thanks to VR technology. Let's see here. Yeah, the features are just what you would expect. What makes this game cool is that it is obviously inspired by games like Crash Bandicoot, you know, the 3D platform genre, which I will always have a special place in my heart. I mean, I grew up playing a lot of 3D platformers, and I love a lot of them, and I love mascots, characters, especially little fuzzy creatures, cool little fuzzy creatures and stuff. This game, I think, overall has pretty good reviews. Let's see here. Does it have mostly positive reviews here? But yeah, man, really excited about this. One of the things I'll be interested to see, I don't think we have any details on this yet, but this was actually a pretty stunning looking game from the trailers. So I'd really like to see them take their time with this. I mean, I want to play it as soon as possible, but I want to see I want to make sure we get like an actual PSVR 2 version of this game with some dope ass graphics, because it seems like it could look really good. I'm pretty sure it looked pretty great on like PC VR, but never got a chance. I couldn't convince myself to play it on Quest or whatever. I'm sure it was probably fine and everything, but yeah, man, it'll be nice with the extra hardware. But man, like I said, I love my platformers. And you know, I just think we need at least one of these like every year, at least one a year. It's just an essential genre. They usually are accompanied by great gameplay. I mean, that's what makes platformers so much fun, the precision and timing, and and then this being in the 3D environment and everything in VR is going to make it even better. So really, really excited about this. And Wolveraza says something. What up, Wolveraza? Something that makes me very happy. I don't know how others are going to feel about this, but says Ven is good, deceptively difficult, but if you dig platformers, it's cool. Like a color, like the color palette a lot. That's great. I like Wolveraza. I like all of these things. I like really difficult platformers. I love good color palette. I love colorful games, especially platformers and stuff. That's again, Astrobot excels in that area. And I just love platformers in general. So, you know, I don't know how the difficulty thing, but there's nothing. The only thing more boring than an easy platformer is an easy puzzle game. But yeah, man, I you know, with like Astrobot was kind of a good balance. I mean, it was a little, for me personally, it was a little on the easy side just because I'm so used to the genre. But it was still just Astrobot was just such a magical experience that I was totally fine with the difficulty because of just how fun it was. But and then there was something like Lucky's Tale, which Lucky's Tale came out late last year, or was it last year? I think. And yeah, it was like so easy and just gameplay wise was very bland, except for the challenge mode. I actually got the platinum in Lucky's Tale VR. I actually spoke to some of those devs and I was like, I love the challenge modes in this. Like I remember a lot of us, I think Twitcher was in on it. All You Are Is History was in on it. We were going through playing the challenge levels, trying to get the platinum or beat each other or something. I don't remember if there's online leaderboards, but but yeah, man, love platformers. Super excited for Ven. Guy son, fist bump to you, says Wes was playing this last night and the platform takes precise timing, doesn't look easy at all. I love that. You know, it doesn't have to be like super difficult the entire time, but that's what I think makes platformers fun. And that's you know, obviously opinions may differ, but for me personally, I think for, you know, a genre that's been around for decades, like that's part of the way you can kind of enhance it is you make it a little bit more challenging, a little bit more precise timing and stuff. Blue Drew, the time trials were so ridiculous, some almost impossible. Yes, it is true, but when it comes to just platformers, like I love brutal, difficult platformers. Some of my favorite, I like a lot of them, a lot of different types, but that was what I liked about Lucky's Tale the most. And so yeah, hearing that this is difficult is like just the cherry on top for me. I've already been really excited about this, but to know that it's, you know, challenging as well is very, very awesome. I will admit the Lucky's Tale time trials were like stupid hard though. I mean, they were ridiculously brutal. Like, oof, yeah, they were maybe not everything has to be that difficult, but time trials mode, I like that though. I think that's pretty cool. That's what I liked about Crash Bandicoot. It's why I like the Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy remaster. But yeah, super excited about this, man. I hope it's beautiful. I hope it's got some great music with it. I made my own trailer for this. This trailer looks way better though. But I was so excited about this game years ago. I made my own trailer that I clipped together for it. But yeah, it's come a long way since then, and it's looking fantastic. I want them Monolithic. I'm more excited about this game than the Bare Knuckles game. I'll be happy to check out the Bare Knuckles boxing. What do you guys, what's the chat feeling here? Are you more excited? Can I do a poll? Oh, I can't do a poll from here. Are you more excited for, maybe I can get one here. I want to see your thoughts. If you agree with me or not. Let's see here. Are you more excited for Ven VR Adventure or for bare knuckle boxing? Let's see. Where the hell's the poll option? Oh, there we go. More exciting. Which are you more excited for? So we'll see how this poll turns out. Ven VR Adventure or bare knuckle boxing? I don't know what the actual name is. And boom, there you go. Let me know. Let's see what you guys end up picking. We'll take a look at that. We'll swoop back around with that poll in just a little bit. But guys, that is only the tip of the iceberg news. I will say, before we move on to our next topic here, there was something that came out that's pretty cool, and that is Switchback VR got an update finally. Got a long-awaited update. Now, here's the thing. I haven't actually had a chance to check it out yet. I tried to before the stream, but I wanted to spend some good time with it. But good on them for releasing this update. We see time and time again that developers kind of like just have really bad support. They drop support for their games and stuff. So just got to give props to the Switchback devs for sticking with it. Now it is time to remake Rush of Blood or remaster it because that would be great. But I haven't had a chance to check it out yet, but I can't wait to because I finally got something in the mail here. And I can actually share with you my first impressions. I haven't spent a lot of time with it, but I got them. I got the Hans VR lenses, and what I have to share with y'all might shock you. So get ready. Actually, shout out to Hans VR, who sent these to me very fast. Holy crap. They got here within like 2 days. Super fast. They come in a really nice case. Come with a really, really nice case here, and come with a microfiber and a little booklet microfiber thing here. Got my prescription. This is my prescription. If anybody wants to compare, you can see now what my vision is. I don't know if you can see that well enough, but maybe. Yeah, comes in a really nice case. It's just 2 little lenses. The way they work, you basically, in the headset, you just slide them on to the lenses that are in there, and they kind of just like clamp on there. And I haven't spent enough time with them yet. I've only spent about an hour with them. But let me tell you guys, it is a big difference. It is a game changer. And for some, that is in both a positive and maybe even a negative for some. For me, absolutely a positive. I love these things so far. They're really, really good because of just, I didn't realize how crappy my vision was in the headset. Let's see here. What is the poll at? I didn't realize how crappy my vision was, but holy crap, man. These make, like, when I say they're a game changer, they really are. And like I said, that could be a good or bad thing for some people. For me, mostly good. It's funny though. I made a joke recently about using the lenses and like how my natural vision, I'm not really susceptible to seeing things like Mura and reprojection and stuff. And I made a joke about I'm going to put on the lenses, I'm going to suddenly see all that stuff. Well, it's kind of true. I would say that for me personally, I do start to see some of those. And now, granted, again, I haven't spent a lot of time with this. This is just the first impressions. This is not a full review. I will have a full review of the lenses at some point. Yes, my vision is very blurry because holy crap, it is way clearer with these and it looks great. And I'll tell you some of the exciting stuff about the good and bad of my first impressions with it. The good, first and foremost, is like, yes, some games, I didn't realize how good, how much better some games looked than I initially thought. I jumped into games like Red Matter and I was like, oh my God, like if you would have told me that I could actually play Red Matter and look even better, I'd be like, no, it can't look any better. I don't care, even if I have glasses or whatever. But no, that game is truly something special when it comes to the detail. I mean, I was able to see there's like a little puzzle. Red Matter 2 has these little puzzles on the wall where it's like kind of like a power grid, and there's little blocks that have these like knobs, and you have to twist the knobs until all the lines connect and the power goes all the way through. I was like examining this, and man, just like the first Red Matter, I mean, the little attention to detail here blew my mind. I like looked closely and I saw like behind the knobs, there's like a glass panel or whatever. And there's actually like markings, like realistic looking, like finger smudges or like moisture and stuff, like seeing all these minute details in the thing. I was like, holy crap, man. Like I did not think this game could look any better. Real quick, let's take a look at this poll. It's still going actually. So we'll but I think it's safe to say, I'll go ahead and end it here. It was 5 minutes. But 63% are excited for Ven VR Adventure. 36% are excited for bare knuckle boxing. So, I mean, still pretty close. That's a nice, I guess it's two completely different genres that they have covered here, which is nice. But yeah, that's why you're my peeps, man, because platformers, Ven stuff, super excited. But yeah, man, yeah, like all the scratches, the little details. The other thing, jumping into Resident Evil Village, man. And I was like, dude, you can ask Julia. I swear to God, this is what happened. I was like, I get into the menu of Resident Evil Village with the Hans VR lenses, and I'm like looking around, and I'm just like, no way. Like, there's no freaking way. So this is one of the big advantages. If you have a similar vision type as I do, aliasing is a really big problem. Like I don't see Mura, I don't see reprojection and stuff, but I do see a lot of like aliasing. It just makes it look 10 times more like worse whenever they're like a game has aliasing. And dude, this game made Resident Evil Village look better. Which is not something I was expecting. And like, I was just sitting there in the field, like, holy crap, man. Like it cleared up for me. It cleared up like a lot of the aliasing, a lot of like some of the blurriness. It made it just look so much better. And you know, it's pretty crazy, man. Now I don't want to spend too much time on this because like I said, I'm gonna do a full review later. I got a couple surprises. I've been super busy, but I got some cool surprises working in the works for you guys. But then, so here's the other side to this though. And this isn't necessarily a fault of the lenses or anything. This is just the reality is that when I put this on, I did start to see some of these imperfections that people talk about. So as it turns out, like I was kind of right about like my vision is just perfect for VR. Maybe not perfect, but it bodes well for the imperfections that come with PSVR2 and headsets, because I don't usually see those things naturally. I was, for the first time, I was able to see Mura, and for the first time I was actually able to see reprojection. I went into Horizon Call of the Mountain, which is like literally the only game I can see it in. To be fair, it was the only game I've been able to see it in so far. And I did the little slow hand movement. I didn't just do this time, but I did like a slow hand movement, and I saw it. Now, granted, I still don't think it's that big a deal. I think it's kind of, yes, it's something that needs to be addressed. It's something that needs to be improved. I do think, I would definitely ding a point here from a technical aspect on games that have it maybe. But holy shit, man, it is like, I mean, it's such like a really not an issue. I think what bugs me more about that game, yes, I was kind of like, ugh, like it doesn't look like bothersome or something, but I am like, okay, this does look kind of ugly. Like your hand, the ghosting effect. This is straight up the first time I saw it. But yeah, man, the little hand ghosting thing, I see what people are talking about now. I still don't think it's a big deal. I mean, look, the way I see it is, yes, it is something that could be improved, but at the same time, like, if it's like a deal breaker for you, then please, by all means, go have fun playing your games that look like fucking Legos. Because I will take this all day over that. All day, baby. All day. But yeah, and then I did see like some Mura and like Kayak VR a little bit and stuff. But man, it's overall the lenses have been great. Long story short, after the long story has already been told, the lenses are great. I highly recommend either wearing glasses in the headset or the lenses are better because they're a little bit more comfortable. They do stick out a little bit, and you feel that at first, but then you kind of used to it. Like it's like one of those like initial things you're like, oh, I kind of feel that, I don't know, but you kind of just you first you find the sweet spot, and then eventually you just don't even think about it. You just think about how good everything looks and how clear. I'm happy to report, where's Flame Hat? Masternoid is a lot. I'm so much better at Masternoid with the lenses in there because I can see all the little dots, all the little tiny dots for the power-ups and stuff, and the multiplier things. Dude, I destroyed in Masternoid with the lenses. So I can't wait to play more games with these. But so far so good. I'm also talking to some other people to send some, and want to do like find out like, you know, what the pluses and minuses are each one, do like a comparison. So can't wait to share that. But yeah, man, so far super cool. The other thing I like is that they are kind of like a lens protector as well. Just like Mark Pringlesleaf said, good, yeah, literally same wavelength, Mark. I do like the fact that they're like a lens protector, because these are a lot easier to replace or to take care of and stuff than the lens in the headset. You scratch those, oof, that's going to be trouble to do those. These are much easier to deal with. But all right, that was a long conversation about lenses, but really excited about them. I can't wait to check out the Switchback update with these lenses. I did jump into the game before the update so that I had it kind of fresh in my mind, so that when I jump in post update, I see what it looks like. But yeah, man. Let's see. Beard of Power 666. What's up, man? What's up, Awesome Tatum? Great Tantrum. Yeah, I'm with you on the bare knuckle fighting game. It's like it does give me those kind of drunken bar fight vibes where it's like, okay, yeah, kids are gonna love this, but I don't know. We'll see what kind of game there. I don't want to count it out just yet. No pun intended. But what is up? Smoke 'em all up says, what up, AJ? I didn't see you on D-Day today. Are you going to play tomorrow? I worked today, my friend, so there was no possible chance for me to play. I thought it was tomorrow. I didn't even know it was today. I worked 60 hours this week, man. I've been working a lot lately. Like I said, next month, for the next month, my schedule is going to be really busy, but after that, we are back to normal. And I cannot wait, because holy crap, I'm working a lot. Um, let's see here. There's Schnuff in the chat says it's cooler if everything stays tack sharp in movement, but never felt like it was a deal breaker to me. Yeah, I feel exactly the same. There are examples of games like it is far from a deal breaker for me as well. And I think for some of the people out there, I think they go out looking for these things and they go and I think it actually makes them, not everybody of course, but I do know that if you go out looking for these things, it makes it worse and it makes you like motion sick. So it's a little bit of both. It's something that needs to be improved, but at the same time, I think people are making it much worse on themselves because they're honing in on it way too much. It's really not that big a deal. Steve Irie says, do the lenses reduce FOV? So I think so a little bit. But what I wanted to do was actually, I was actually thinking about this, but I want to actually look at them and then take them out and then compare it and then put them back in and compare it. If they do lose a little FOV, it's not much. It could be, I mean, it could be up to 5%, maybe 5% loss there in FOV, but I don't know. I was fine with the PSVR2 field of view, and this is an even better field of view. I've never had a problem with light leak, and so I don't know. But yeah, man. Awesome Data says, hey, stop that work and stuff. It's Saturday. I know, man. I hear you. I'm all with you. But yeah, man. So super cool stuff here. Let's see here. Oh, are you guys talking about the Pro? I saw the news about the PS5 Pro. I don't really care. And I don't even, I mean, it seems like it's coming from legit sources, but I think somebody said, I don't remember what the original rumor was, but it was like coming late 2022 or something. It's like, fuck out of here. I don't know. I don't really have an interest in a Pro just yet. It is maybe something I would have interest in the long run, but I have zero interest because I don't know. It's already good enough, and we haven't even seen people maximize the thing here. This is the thing, is that just having stronger hardware does not automatically make every game run better and at a higher frames per second. No, this also takes work from the software side. So it's really important that both the hardware is there, but then also developers have to do the extra work here, and I just don't care. I have zero interest at this time. But maybe we'll see what the future holds. But I think who. All right, let's see here. I mean, I had the PS4 Pro, but I think there's a much bigger difference between the PS4 Pro and the base PS4 than possibly what would be between, I don't know. I don't know. We'll revisit this when we get there. I have zero interest right now. I just want to see the games coming right now. Speaking of which, it is time to talk about the next game, and this is, in fact, a big one. This is how long it's been since I've talked to you guys last. But the long awaited announcement we were hoping for finally happened, and that is Vertigo 2 was officially announced, coming to PSVR 2 with a physical and digital release. The physical version, of course, is coming via Perp Games. This year is what they're aiming for. And man, what a game this looks to be. I mean, this is truly incredible. This is one of those indie devs showing AAA studios, bigger studios, how it's done. I mean, this is supposedly, I've been trying to avoid as many spoilers as possible for this, but this is an action adventure first-person shooter with a bunch of just crazy mix of fantasy and all sorts of stuff. And apparently it's very VR AF. It's got great VR mechanics, great worlds to explore. But this looks phenomenal. I mean, this trailer looks just absolutely blows me away, and like, wow. Let's see. Awesome Tatum says, I beat the first Vertigo remastered and it was a masterpiece. Been holding out on this for PSVR2. That is, yeah. Wolveraza says, solo dev, genius kid. Yeah, man. I think I heard somebody say, it might have been Wes, say that this guy has like ties to Valve or something. And, you know, just like is like one of those child prodigy things. Looper the Underground Game Cat, thank you for the donation, my friend. Start that tip train. I appreciate you, man. Appreciate the support. Says Vertigo 2 has robots, dinosaurs, and aliens. Yeah, I love the variety here. I mean, it just looks like it has so much going on. But yeah, man, love the adventure style here. Oh, his dad works at Valve. He has done Valve projections himself. But yeah, you know, regardless of his ties, I mean, that's really cool and stuff. Obviously, from what I can see, I mean, it shows that he seems to be a very talented individual. I don't know if it's a studio as well, but from what you can see here, I mean, this is, to me, this is what gaming is all about. This is the best of both worlds here, where you have a fully fledged game with, like, you know, lots of depth, variety, and stuff. And then, you know, it has great production values, has great art style, creativity, all these things. I love all the different weapon types I'm seeing, all the enemy types. There's so much variety and so much color, and just, wow. Really, really impressive looking stuff here. And man, this is definitely one of my more top anticipated games coming out. And to think too that this is like the flat screen footage. I mean, I'm looking at this at a flat screen and I'm impressed. I feel like people that don't play VR would see this and be impressed by it. So it's really, really cool, man. Really loving what I'm seeing. Great display of even lighting and shadowing right there. But Steve Irie says, when's this out? I think it's supposed to be aiming for, it's definitely aiming for this year. I don't remember if they said like the fall or the winter. I'm gonna just say towards the end of the year, to be safe here. But this game looks phenomenal. Now this is the best part. It gets even better. Great Tantrum says this looks like our Half-Life Alyx for PSVR 2. Or he said that with a question mark. This looks like our Half-Life Alyx for PSVR 2. Yeah, I mean, at the very least, this is like, looking at this is kind of what I was hoping like Boneworks would be. I don't know much about Boneworks, but when I first saw Boneworks, I imagined it was going to be something like this. And this is definitely what I like to see. I mean, this is just from like I said, the technical execution here looks very, very impressive. It's pretty ridiculous, but it's not over yet. Because in addition to this coming out this year, both physical and digital releases, he has added additional content for those who, so there's new characters. I think there's like a total of 3 characters now you'll be able to play the campaign as, and they apparently offer completely different gameplay styles to offer a different experience for the playthroughs. So that is pretty sweet. Let's see here. A little behind the scenes there. There's going to be 3 different playable characters so that you can play through with the campaign with different play styles, different gameplay modes. That's super cool in itself. But in addition, there's going to be a creative mode where you can actually remix the existing environments, or you can build your own environments from scratch. I was wondering what that noise was, and it's my dog twitching. You can see his little doggy butt poke. But there's going to be fully remixable things. So, you know, the guy said that this will be like, this update and this release will be kind of like the love letter to this game, and the send off that it deserves. And, you know, he's aiming to not only release a fantastic game, but a game that is relevant and playable for well after launch. So, man, what an impressive showing here. this is definitely the kind of stuff I think that, you know, this is the kind of stuff that may not be an existing IP, but has the ability to sell VR. I think stuff like this is definitely what can help sell people on VR and get people to buy headsets. Stuff like this, super impressive stuff here. Awesome Tatum says, "Don't let the footage fool you. The world is super interesting and colorful. Some epic settings and sense of scale." Yeah, it looks. I mean, you know, I wasn't looking at this footage thinking, yeah, it looks okay, I'll have to see it in VR. I'm like, damn, this looks good. So be excited to see that. Just saying, hard to. Wolveraza says, "Just saying, hard to compare it with so much else going on." Right, Wolveraza, you're missing a few words in between these sentences that you're making, and it's making it hard to read it. Just saying, hard to compare it to much else going on right now. Solo allowed to make all decisions and didn't cater to new peeps at all. It might be I'm sorry. Maybe it's just me, but anyways, good shit. This is what happens when I try to read comments without scanning them first. A shorthand I developed playing WoW. Fill in with brain. Dead Ringer, thank you so much for the donation, my friend. Says Switchback patch is awesome. Happy Saturday. Sweet. Great to hear, man. Yeah, I'm excited to check it out. Even I jumped back in with the Hans VR lenses, and it actually even looked better then. So I can't wait to play it with the update. And you know, like I said, I have my problems with this game, but I did still enjoy it at the end of the day. So it'll be really interesting to see how much this enhances the experience. I don't know yet, but anyways, all right, guys. Our last big news story of the day is a big one, and we got the surprise. Let's see here. Yes, we got the surprise announcement finally. We knew that First Contact Entertainment was going to be hinting at some announcement for Wednesday, and they sure dropped something big, which is Firewall Ultra is coming next month. Let's go. I think it's August 24th. Pre-orders are up now. And man, let me just say, Firewall is awesome. I'm really, really excited about this game. You know, Firewall, of course, for those who don't know, is a 4v4 tactical multiplayer shooter set in like a modern military setting. It was a great co-op PvP shooter. I spent about 600 hours in it. No, I'm sorry. I don't know, actually. I think it was about, 400 hours, I want to say. Hundreds of hours, literally hundreds of hours in this game, and it was freaking phenomenal. If you're big into first-person shooters, multiplayer competitive shooters, this is absolutely one to keep your eye on. Speaking of games that were not existing IPs that sell headsets, this shit is going to sell headsets. Now, I know that some people have had their concerns, their complaints about what they've seen so far. I'm not really concerned about it. I don't think First Contact should be very concerned about it. While they should listen to the player feedback and implement some of these things, of course, the big ones being like manual reloading and stuff, which they plan to with their Ultra mode for more of a realistic simulator thing. I'm not really worried about what it's launching with. I'm not worried about a lack of content or lack of features, because my experience with the first game was just pretty amazing. And I gotta say, man, from what I'm seeing here, I'm liking what I'm seeing. If anything, it maybe lacks a couple of those really in-depth VRAF mechanics we know and love. Like stuff like, you know, you see him holding his hand over the laptop and then maybe holding a button. It looks like they didn't flesh out some of these things with fine detail it does look like there is a big enhancement overall. It does seem like there's a bunch of enhancements. Speaking of which, I've got a list here. I'm not going to read the PlayStation article, but I did take some notes on it and skim through it. Twitcher. No. But yeah, man. So some things that I took note of from the trailer and from the PlayStation blog. Like I said, if you've played Firewall before, you know what the gist is. If you haven't, I already said what it is. The couple minor differences here being now that there are dedicated servers. There's also 3 rounds per match, which is good. It'll keep people playing longer, or it'll just create a lot of rage quitting and people screwing stuff up. No, but I think in the long run, I mean, that was one of people's biggest complaints. So that's nice to see. But from what I've noticed, okay, so I like what I'm seeing from the trailers here so far. Obviously, got to see it in the headset. The game looked pretty damn good on PSVR 1. I wouldn't say it aged super well. It looked amazing when it came out. I mean, it felt so realistic and everything. Over time, when we saw that games could look as good as like Hitman and some other stuff, I was like, okay, and I went back to Firewall. I was like, okay, this could look better. But for the time, for 2018, and for what it offered, it looked fantastic and played fantastic. Some of the things something that they brought back that is actually really exciting to me is that they've revamped the social lobby. They've now made it more of like an interactive lobby where you can actually spend some time in and hang out in. And they've made it like a social thing around it. That's pretty cool because the game originally, when you were queued up for a match, had you would be able to see each other in full body avatars and everything, and that was part of the fun. And I was really bummed. I don't know why they ever took that out. But when they relaunched with their, operations mode or whatever, the season pass kind of stuff, seasonal content stuff, they took that out, and I was really bummed because it's a small but really cool thing that they had. So I'm happy to see that back. Going from the trailer, visually, I mean, the game looks a lot clearer and crisper going from the trailer. Obviously, like I said, got to see it in the headset. But they are using, I think, foveated rendering and eye tracking to enhance the resolution and stuff, enhance the graphics and performance. But guys, the big thing that I'm noticing here, they've switched to Unreal Engine 5, right? And the lighting looks so good, man. I hope the lighting and everything is as good as the trailers look, because the lighting and the realistic shadows, which they've emphasized, they have overhauled, looks incredible, man. I mean, that was part of the cool thing about this game, was it was always these, aside from some of the daytime levels, I really liked how the lighting played a part in the gameplay of sneaking around. It added this nice stealth element to the gameplay. But man, when they're firing shots here and you see the reflections and everything, it is beautiful what I'm seeing here. The tracers look really, really good. I hope this looks as good as this is looking here, because holy crap. That's looking fantastic. And of course, there's new things like this knife that you can twirl around your hand, stab people with, sneak up on them with. There's a new, I think they said that there's a new enhanced, new overhauled progression system, which I loved the progression system. This is one of those games that nailed the progression system at first. It was a little grindy, a little long, for maybe people that don't have a lot of time. But at the time, I had a lot of free time, and it was great. It kept me playing and kept me, always feel like I was being rewarded for the time that I spent playing with it. I don't know if anybody picked up on this, but in the trailer, in the PS blog, they had a mention of sniper rifles. I don't know the extent of that. Let's see here. Let me look in and see what he says. I don't know the exact extent of that, but they did mention in the PS blog that there were some sniper rifles in the game now. It sounds like it does have it. Let me see if I can control F this. Let's see. Finger touch detection and adaptive triggers elevate things even further, letting you feel the different resistance levels of each weapon in your hand. Pulling the trigger of a pistol is completely different from the trigger on a sniper rifle, and experiencing the intense haptic kickback of a shotgun is incredibly visceral. So I don't know if that was intentional, because I know that they said that there were a couple things that kind of like didn't translate well in the blog, when especially talking about like post-launch updates. Like they said, they were possibly gonna do manual reloads, and then they clarified, actually thanks to Brian, who reached out to them over at PSVR Without Parole, and they did verify that that is coming as part of the Ultra mode and stuff. So but yeah, it will be interesting to see if there's an actual sniper rifle if in the game, or he's just talking about maybe like a gun with maybe there's a high powered gun with a scope or something. Could have been confused there, but they've added a quick join as well, to where you can join from, this is like, you know, the whole game based thing and PS5. I'm not the biggest fan of it. However, it does seem like they've taken advantage of this and put it to good use. Thank God, because somebody needed to. And they're going to use those game-based cards to actually let you quick join with your friends, which is really, really nice. And then, of course, with the SSD and the PS5, that'll help speed things up a bit, which will be nice. But let's see here. Hooked Worm says, eye tracking is genius. I agree. If your eyes are closed during a flashbang, you are not affected. Too freaking cool. Yeah, you know, that is a pretty cool feature there. Like I said, it's kind of interesting, the route that they've taken. I think, like I said, they obviously they're not doing just the core, really interactive, fleshed out VR mechanics that we're accustomed to. I don't know how much that's going to be a problem, though. I really don't. You know, I think if the game is like still as fun as the first one, then I don't know. It could be great. Like I said before, I'm definitely a fan of manual reloading and stuff, but I can see if the game is fun enough that it can get away with not having some of these everything being super VRAF. I think of like, I don't know, I'm trying to think of a good example, and the best example I can think of is like something like maybe Resident Evil. I mean, that had manual reloading though, so it's not the best example. But a game like that where like not every single thing is built from the ground up for VR, but just gets away with it because it's such a fun game to play. So that'll be very, very interesting to see. But lastly, they said, you know, they talk about post-launch content. Of course, there's something I forgot to mention too. There is going to be the PvE, the player versus environment mode, where it's either one to 4 player. Don't know the extent of this mode. The way they describe it here, they don't really give any details. It sounds kind of just like the bot mode. I hope it's a little bit more than that. And if it's not at first, I do hope that they actually add more. I would like to see them like add an actual like co-op experience to it. That would be pretty cool. I hope it's not just bots, because there's really nothing special about just fighting against bots. I mean, to have a bot mode and to kind of market it as some like special PvE mode would be kind of iffy. But yeah, man. So the other thing we got here is, they this game will obviously have post-launch support. They talk about it in the thing here. Yes, they did a great job with post-launch support here. They'll be looking into additional content such as weapons and contractors, maps, additional game modes, and possibly manual reloads post-launch. Again, they clarified they will have that. They're just talking about like the immediate future or not. But super cool, man. Now, the pricing of the game, of course, is $40, which I think is fine for the game. They were kind of smart here to kind of call it a sequel, but it's kind of a 1.5 sequel. I think they did a good job with the messaging, with the marketing here. They're trying to say that this is it's basically a next gen sequel, even though it's like kind of like a 1.5. But I think they played their cards right in this regard, at least just from a marketing standpoint, because we see how games that don't have free upgrades, things like that, you don't see a lot of people asking about a free upgrade for this. So I think that was well played on their part. But let's see here. But yeah, I think the trailer looks freaking great, man. I'm really excited about this. I just hope it looks like this in the headset. I hope it looks like this, or obviously even better, because that'd be nice. Oh, let's see here. What up? Let's see. Bad Robo. Who else we got here? What up, Gamer Tag? What's up, dude? Gamer Tag. I got a bone to pick with you, son. After all that shit you gave me about Synapse, and you put it at number 6, why I oughta. I'm gonna slap you with a frozen fish, homie. But what do you say? He says, I'm hyped for Firewall, but can see why newer players are on the fence a little, and that trailer was so meh. 30 frames per second output, never does VR. Yeah, I don't know about that. Let's see here. Yeah, I don't know. Is the trailer 30 frames per second? Because yeah, if the game is running at 60 or 90, and then the trailer is running at 30, then yeah, I don't know why people are complaining about that. That makes no sense. It's a 30 frames per second trailer. I don't know that for sure. Just by your comment, that's what I was thinking. There's thinking, but I think the trailer looks great. I do remember seeing some people comment about this, and I was actually like anticipating the trailer, being kind of disappointed by it, and I was like, no, this looks fucking great to me, man. So I'm all good with that. Bad Robo. Hello, Repro, my old friend. Synapse is still one of the best games on PS2. It could have been fantastic and killed me inside, which I saw the credits. Yeah. I agree with you, man. On that. People don't seem to care though. I mean, I said it was going to be like, I had a feeling Synapse was going to be treated like a super hot, and I was exactly right, I think. It's just it may go against some of my old man gamer instincts, some of the features, but I also had a very unique experience with that game where I played the demo too much. I shouldn't have played so much of the demo, because when I played the real game, there was like such little else. I think if I would have just started from the main game, like I would have spent a lot more time with the main game and would have been fine, but I don't know. Well, don't fear the repro. I love this, man. All these classical music things. Oh, I gotta remember these. Don't fear the repro. Yeah, that's amazing. I love y'all. Y'all are the fucking best, man. Multi-mighty Game Cat says, yeah, Village was awesome. Manual reloading is incredible. Yeah, I'm a big fan of manual reloading. What I'm hoping is that, like I said, I hope that this is still fun without the manual reloading. Still fun, still immersive, and I hope that it provides something for people new to VR. you know, people that aren't accustomed to the more hardcore features like manual reloading and stuff. I hope it gets away with it, man. I really, really hope. Because if it does, it'd be great. It'd be a huge benefit, you know. But and then especially if they add, if let's say it's fun as is, and then they add the manual reload for the more hardcore players, then it's just gonna be amazing, man. Do like especially if they're gonna add like ranked matches and stuff. Definitely have like a ranked mode with manual and separated from the thing. So, but yeah, man. Let's see. Okay, Unreal Engine. Let's see here. Unreal Engine 4 games output at 30 frames per second on PSVR2. Unreal Engine 5.1 and up is 60 frames per second, which pushed the idea that Firewall 0 Hour Unreal Engine 4 is still at the heart, but they're using Unreal 5 for the effects. Yeah, I mean, obviously they had to, you know, they didn't rebuild the game from scratch from for Unreal Engine 5, but they obviously were able to export it there or utilize it somehow and then build on it from there. And I think this is why, you know, I think this is why some of these features are not in there. Some of the things like manual reloading. I mean, because they're very much taking the bones and the foundation of Firewall 0 Hour and then you know, porting it to PSVR 2 and then enhancing it in several ways. So I don't know, man. All I know is that I think this game is gonna be really good. I hope so, man. I really hope so because we need it to be. but I feel like I feel pretty good about it. I wouldn't be worried about like frame rate and stuff like this. What people should be ready is that any multiplayer PvP game like this is gonna have some issues, whether big or small. They're gonna have issues at launch. There's gonna be maybe some connection stuff. There's gonna maybe be you know, some balancing stuff that's needed. There's gonna be bugs and stuff. This is just every online game. This is a common thing. So I am going in expecting a couple issues at launch, like day one. I mean, you know, first maybe even couple weeks or so. I'm expecting a couple bugs that need to get worked out, some kinks that need to get worked out. If they don't have any issues, let's just say I'd be more surprised if there weren't some things that need to be addressed at launch than if there were. But hell yeah, man. As for the deluxe edition thing, yeah, I don't really know. I don't see anything. I don't see anything. Well, there's new characters. There's 4 characters here. Let me bring this back up here. So this is from the PlayStation blog. Let's take a look at this thing here. This is what of course the regular edition comes with the base game. This is the deluxe edition comes with 4 contractor outfits. Don't really care too much. Skins don't care about. Legendary weapon don't really care about. The Operation Pass, early unlock of 4 contractors. That's a little bit of a nice perk there, because they all have different abilities. This game has, you know, a progression system very similar to Call of Duty, where like you have perks and things like that. Perks and different abilities, and some of them have like a base perk. So let's see, Fang, Miko, Node, and Skip. I think the contractors early access is maybe the best part of this, and then I don't know what the Operation Pass is. The first game had these operation things, and I don't know. They built this game. What I liked about the first game was that they built it in a way where you didn't have to really, as far as I remember, you didn't have to buy anything. You could either pay for it or you could earn it. Yeah, and it was fine. I was okay with most of the stuff being just cosmetic. But anyways, guys, that is Firewall Ultra. By the way, funny that they chose August So next month we have Crossfire Sierra Squad, as well as Firewall 0 Hour. And I think they did Crossfire Sierra Squad a little dirty here. But what's interesting, though, as well, is that I don't know if anyone else picked up on this, but the beginning of this game has a PlayStation Studios logo. I know Firewall 0 Hour is a PlayStation funded project, but it was just interesting. That's the first time I think I've seen the game with the PlayStation Studios icon. But this game is definitely an example of, how one of the stepping stones that Sony could use to recover from potentially, needing to build a new multiplayer competitive shooters once they inevitably eventually lose COD and things. But yeah, man, again, it's kind of like they're definitely stepping on the toes of Crossfire here. I just hope they're both good at the end of the day. I hope they're both good. They offer something a little bit different. Crossfire's not completely manual reloads either. It's kind of like a hybrid. It's a little bit manual. It's a little bit it does it automatically, but it's more of like a PvE game, and this is very much a PvP game. So that's nice. But man, I just hope they're both good. It'll be really, really interesting to see how these turn out. But anyways, guys, we are not done here yet. This show is going to go on a little bit longer than usual. Usually I try to keep it at an hour, but man, so just to recap, Racket Fury coming, Ven VR Adventure, super excited about. Vertigo 2, holy shit. Switchback VR patch, cool. Why not? More impressions later. And then Firewall Ultra next month, along with Phasmophobia, Crossfire Sierra Squad, and VR Skater. Holy shit, August is gonna rock, guys. August is gonna be amazing. Oh, I can't wait. But we're not done here yet, because there is a PlayStation summer sale going on right now. And as always, we're going to go through, I'm going to give you the thumbs up, thumbs down on the game. Feel free to share your opinion. At the end of the day, this is just my opinion. Some of y'all will like there'll be some games that, if there's a game on here that I completely trash, some of you may like, hey, it happens. People trash games that I love. I love Hubers. People fucking shit on that all the time. I don't care. People are allowed to have their opinions. Oh yeah, we got The Room next week. That's pretty cool too. But all right, guys, let's move it over here to this PlayStation summer sale. Let me get some of these extra tabs out of the way. Here we are, my pretty guys. This is finally the biggest sale on the PlayStation Network so far. This is the biggest feature of PlayStation VR2 games that we've had. Alvo, yeah, sorry, Alvo, but bottom of the list. Let's see here. But let's get to it, guys. So first off, we've got Moss Book 2 for $20.99 and $19.49. And let me just say, big thumbs up. Big thumbs up for either one of those. Moss is one of my favorite VR games of all time. It's if you're into platformers, adventures, little cute fuzzy mice, great mascots, video game mascots, then Moss is an absolute must play, man. Moss Book 2 is fantastic from a game mechanics and everything wise. It fleshes out the first game. So if you really like the first game, you'll really like the second game. And it has some really trippy stuff. Oh, hold on. Daringly Average Game Snake, I love your name, by the way, says he thinks the Moss bundle is on sale as well. Let me check my other notes here. Okay. So the Moss and Moss Book 2 bundle is 35% off. So yes, let's see here. Oops. So yeah, where is it? They don't have the bundle showing on here, but essentially the bundle for Moss Book 1 and 2 is $26. So good God. I mean, the word that I describe Moss is rich. If you want to play one of the richest VR games, you got to play Moss Book 1 and 2. If you haven't played Book 2, you got to play Book 2, man. If you haven't played either, get the bundle. Thank you. Shout out to you, Daringly Average Game Snake, for catching that. Thank you. Appreciate it. Now back to the sale. Next, we've got Tetris Effect is $29.99. Now, it's hard to say that. It's hard because I love this game. I love Tetris Effect, but I have had a good experience with it on PSVR 2, actually. It's gorgeous. It looks way better it looks really, really nice. That being said, I would say hold off for now. I would say hold off on Tetris Effect for now, unless you just like really, if you've played everything else and you're really interested in it. It's a great game. It's a great game, but I wouldn't recommend it just yet. Great game though. Don't get me wrong. There's just other stuff I would recommend first. Let's see. Next, we've got Until You Fall. Wow, that was quick, man. Until You Fall is already on sale. Didn't that just come out like a week or two ago? That's not a good sign, guys. $20. Now, $20 is the price that I would recommend Until You Fall. Unfortunately, they pissed everybody off by not giving a free upgrade or a paid upgrade option, and everybody hates them now. I'm going to say hold off on Until You Fall. It is a good game. It is a good game. If you've never played it before, maybe, but it's not, in my opinion, it's not a must play. It's a good game. It's just, to me, it's just not a must. It's good though. And it's also a roguelike action game. Dang, it is better on PSVR 2 though. It's a good game. Gonna say no though, for now. What else we got here? Humanity is $23.99. I love this game, but I'm gonna say no, because you should just have, if you have PlayStation Premium, just get it on that. Now, granted, really, really good game though. Really long, lots of content. Little too long. I never finished Humanity, but I really, really enjoyed it. I did play it for, I think, 8 hours or something. I spent a lot of time for it. Guy Son, fist bump to you, says 50% for Until You Fall since I already own it on PSVR. It's not PSVR version either. Very true. Yeah, I'm with you there, Guy Son. I would give them, I'd be okay with 15% or $15. Get Until You Fall to the $15 range, $10 to $15 range, and I think it's like a must, especially $10. Like that's like a kind of a steal actually. But like you said, it's not even the PCVR version, which hurts it a lot. All right, so back to this. Moss, I already said yes. Before Your Eyes is $11.99. Now this is an interesting one. This is an interesting one because it's so not my type of game. I really wish it was more like $5. Look, if you need a story-driven game, just like a story experience, then I would say yes. But I mean, look, I don't know. I don't think it's a must play. It's a good price for it. It's a good price for it. I'd like to see it more in the 5 to 7 range. So I'm gonna say no, but if you just can't resist, then go have at it. Like you'll enjoy it. It's not bad. It's okay. It's about 3-4 hours, something like that, 3 hours, and it's all story driven, and it's just like a emotional story kind of thing. It's an okay experience. I don't know. No. Not my kind of thing. Not my kind of thing, but not bad. Can I put it like that? All right. Anyways, back to this. What do we got here? Unplugged air guitar is $9.99. No. Sorry. This game has some redeeming qualities. It's got some good tracks on it. I love that it has Tenacious D. It's got some cool styles to it and stuff. But I don't know what it is. I mean, I don't know. I don't think I don't like the gameplay too much. It was cool at first. I wish there was like a demo for it, because I would be totally fulfilled with a demo of Unplugged. I think some people would like it, but no, thumbs down. I'm being harsh tonight, aren't I? I'm going really harsh. Do I have any thumbs up? I have a thumbs up for Moss, and that's it. I've only given a thumbs up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait, that's 2 games. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're 1 for 7, guys. We're 1 for 7. This sale sucks. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, Until You Fall. Yeah, I totally agree. Until You Fall is a good game, but yeah, should have been like a $10 upgrade. No, it should have been like a $5 upgrade, because it wasn't even really enhanced. Poor Shell Games. We really hate them over on PSVR land for some reason. JL says, not surprised you like Tenacious D. Why? Thank you. I do like things that are awesome. I actually don't know a ton about Tenacious D, but I like some of their stuff. Love Jack Black. Anyways, I digress here. Let's get back to it. Okay, so now we've got Pistol Whip is $23.99. This is a little bit more. Man, I'm really being rough, like being harsh on these. This is a little bit more than I'd want to pay for this. But it's really good. I'm going to give the thumbs up to Pistol Whip. Most of you probably have it already. I'll tell you what my favorite part about this game is the bullets whizzing by your head. So this is, of course, a rhythm-based rail shooter this game makes you really feel like John Wick, or has great like action movie scenes. It's got a, simplistic art style and stuff. It's a fun game. I've got the platinum trophy. It wouldn't be like the first thing I'd recommend at this price, but it's a really, really fun game. And yeah, I'm gonna give Pistol Whip gets the second thumbs up of the night. Being very stingy tonight. It's good, man. JB, there's one difference with Until You Fall. It's not the same game exactly. I mean, it's mostly the same game. Visually, it's slightly better, but there's new weapons set, and I actually really love the new weapons that are in it. At least one of them. I don't even think I've used them all, but they've got like large like two-handed axes and stuff, and they feel really weighty. Yeah, I actually really like that about it. I thought it felt really good to use those. They're a little slower, so they're harder to use. But man, they feel good. What up, Dan Kiefer? I got you, Awesome Tatum, because next up we have Zombieland, baby. Here we go. Okay, without even much thought, dude, $20, $19.99 without plus. with PlayStation Plus, $17.49. This is getting 2 thumbs up from me, baby. Zombieland has been such an interesting story for me because, like, I was excited about it. I love the way that the upgraded version looked. Then I played it and I was like, like, why am I not feeling this yet? And the truth is, like, I just didn't spend enough time with it at launch. So I before our top 25 debate, I spent more time with it. Shout out to Hasib Mirza. And good God, Zombieland is fucking awesome. Like, it's really, really fun and really fun to replay. Big thumbs up for Zombieland at $17. Yes, that's a great price. It's a great fun game. I don't want to overhype it too much. Like, you know, it's an arcade shooter, but listen, this is the thing about Zombieland is that it gets better. If you're not feeling it at first, stick with it or come back to it, because once you get into the mechanics of it, it really gets fun to replay, and there's different challenges that are fun, and it lets you kind of play the game in different ways. But yeah, man. Dan Kiefer says, is it on PSVR 1? I don't think it's on PSVR 1. And Time to Play VR, what's up, dude? Says, don't shoot Homer. Yeah, don't shoot the homers. Yeah, I think the only thing I don't like about Zombieland is, like, I think the fucking dialogue can be, like, really cringe sometimes, because, like, while I like the Zombieland movie, his characters are annoying as hell, and I just, in the game, I don't like to hear them. I don't like to hear them. But other than the cringy dialogue, the game is so much fun. The style is so rad, man. And the levels get really fun. There's, like, mini golf courses, bowling rinks, medieval things, and there's, like, yeah, I love, like, the Streets of California stuff. It's really good, man. It's really, really good. Great game. Love it. So big thumbs up for that. Res Infinite. Now, I'm always on PSVR2, man. I'm always gonna recommend Res Infinite. $22.49. I recommend this over Tetris Effect, actually, because this Res Infinite, I've said it a billion times. Res Infinite is one of the first most next gen games that I've played. The eye tracking, man. And not only is the game beautiful with the PSVR2 hardware and everything, it's crystal, it's super crisp, it's super colorful with the pitch black backgrounds and then, like, green, blue, neon colors. Beautiful. But play it with the eye tracking, man. Res Infinite with the eye tracking is so freaking awesome. It's one of those things that I was just like, man, like, this is, I can't believe I'm playing this right now. Like, this is unexpected. Super cool. Yeah, Bad Robo Area X is amazing, man. But all right, so big thumbs up for that. I recommend it over Tetris Effect. I think it's got better PSVR 2 features to check out. So far, what are we at a thumbs up for so far? We're at a thumbs up for Moss Bundle, for Pistol Whip, and Zombieland. I feel pretty good about these so far. Feel pretty good about these. Like, these other games are not bad at all either. That's the thing. None of these other games, the weakest one is definitely Unplugged, but none of these other games are actually bad. I just think you can do better. Next, we've got Cave Digger Remastered. Cave Digger is going to be a no. I actually have a lot of respect for this game because I feel like it took a lot of creative, like, well-designed VR mechanics. I just don't think it's very fun. Like, I think it would almost be better as, like, a tech demo than a game. It's okay. Like I said, I have a lot of respect for Cave Digger. What I would recommend doing is waiting for Cave Digger to be like 99 cents on PSVR and then just free upgrade it. Like, if that works, if that's a thing. But what up, Brax, bro? All right. Yeah, I'm just, no, it's just not, it lacks fun, man. And fun, I play games for fun. Job Simulators, $14.99. Thumbs down. Sorry, Job Sim. Job Sim's a decent game, but thumbs down. Gotta do it. Gotta do the motion. Thumbs down. I don't care about Job Sim anymore. Fantavision is $19.99. You bastards. You had it at $15 and it was better at that. But no to Fantavision. Also, like, kind of creative and cool in concept and theory, but to play it is not very fun. Now here's a good one, guys. Boom. Drums Rock for $13.99. Two big thumbs up. Dude, if you like rhythm games or whatever, even if you don't, like, dude, give Drums Rock a chance. It's super cool. You could even go play the demo, but screw that. Just go buy the thing. Dude, Drums Rock for $13.99. That is an excellent price. Awesome Tatum says 2 sticks up. Dude, this game rocks, man. And I think, like, they nailed the drum kit. Like, I play drums in real life, so it's really important that when I'm playing a drumming game in VR that it feels like drums. This is why I don't like Ragnarok very much. I mean, it's like, okay, I like the music in Ragnarok. But from a gameplay perspective, it feels like whack-a-mole. No, this Drums Rock feels like playing drums. It's got a good soundtrack, and even though they're all covers or mostly covers, it's got some good tunes on there. And the best part is, as the game gets more difficult, it actually gets more fun too. It's pretty challenging at first. You got to start out on easy, and there's a good progression to it. This game also has, like, good unlocks where you can unlock custom drum sets, drumsticks, music tracks to play. Brax Bro says both have Ailstorm. You win either way. I'll drink to that, dude. Yeah, Drums Rock rocks. It's a very good game. I don't think, I mean, it's very good. Yes, big thumbs up. Great price for it too. Cities VR for $19.49. No. I know Miles swears by this game. I know he likes it a lot. Some people might like it, but for me, it was awful. And I don't like these kinds of games to begin with. And VR for me adds nothing to it. I don't want to connect fucking water and piping and, like, build an economy. I already work for a large corporation and have to do all this shit. Where I have to, I don't want to go talk to HR and build infrastructure for a company. It's like, no, man, it's like work. Like, this game just is like work, the game. No, thumbs down. And it also doesn't look very good. It looks very questy. I don't like it. No, big thumbs down for Cities VR. I don't like it. I hate these types of games. It would have to be something. Time to Play VR says, I did enjoy Cities VR. Very chill game, no pressure. Oh, man. No, I'm not I mean, I technically am a plumber because I've done lots of plumbing, but no, I'm not a professional plumber. No, I just know how to do some plumbing, which is, by the way, the worst household thing to do. Out of all the housework, plumbing is like the freaking worst. Anyways, back to important things. Cosmonius High is $22.49. So I said no to Job Sim. I would say if you have kids, I'd say play Cosmonius High with your kids. They might really like it. If you got younger kids, I think it's a great game to play with them. There's lots of, like, schooly stuff, like going back to chemistry class and stuff like that. What up, Nathan? What up, mighty game cat? Luigi. It's a me, a Luigi. Let's go. Actually, I always do play as Luigi in like Mario Party or Mario Kart or Mario Tennis. I always got to play as Luigi. Luigi's my fucking dude. Super Smash Brothers, the first one, N64. Dude, I use that ping, that up and B, and that ping uppercut thing. Dude, I wrecked people with that. Oh my God, Luigi's my dude, man. That's my character always. Anyways, I digress. Cheers, Nathan. I'm not drinking vodka. I'm having some beer. I'm having Wicked Weed Freak of Nature. It's an IPA. This is a local. Wicked Weed is a local brewery. They good. Waluigi is AJ. Oh, Waluigi. Anyways, let's see here. Okay, so Cosmonia's High. Buy it for your kids. And play it with your kids. NFL Pro Era for $14.99. It's actually not a bad price. Just it's not a great game. Only if you football season is a couple months away. So I don't know. If you love football, sure, why not? But if you don't, no. And even if you love football, it's okay. No, it doesn't. It doesn't have weed in it. It does kind of taste like it though. Anyways, let's see here. Brain Beats. Oh God, no. Oh shit, I almost deleted it. Big no to Brain Beats. Get that shit out of here. Vacation Simulators, $22.49. No. It was cool. It was cool in 2019 on PSVR 1. Again, I would recommend Cosmonia's High for over that. Altair Breaker is $20.99. I'm sorry, Tatum. I'm sorry. I'll have to give big thumbs down to Altair Breaker. I would pay $10 for Altair Breaker. And you'd have some fun with it. But big thumbs down. And then you've got a variety pack for volume 2 for Puzzling Places. If you want more Puzzling Places, I'm not even going to rate that one. Puzzling Places is cool and all, but it's not my thing. I like intense, exciting games, and Puzzling Places is a very chill, very well made jigsaw puzzle game, but I haven't even finished what's in there yet. And then last, not last. And then we've got Cave Digger 2, Dig Harder. Now I would recommend this over Cave Digger 1. Cave Digger 2 is such a difficult game to rate because it's not bad, but it's so mediocre at the same time. I'm going to say no to Cave Digger 2, although it's not bad and some people might enjoy it. It's janky, and it's a good price for it, but it's again, I value y'all's time. It's not just whether or not it's a good deal. It's what is worth your time? You probably have very little time as is, so I'm only going to recommend you something that's worth your time. Cave Diggers 2 is not horrible though. Finally, last, certainly least, we got Seeker My Shadow. So I have a key for this game, and I've never played it, and I really have zero interest in playing it. It's supposed to be a co-op puzzle game. You're supposed to be able to play it with somebody on the screen. If you want a co-op game, just go buy Runner. Look, for the same price of Seeker My Shadow, you can go buy Runner for $15. You can buy Runner for the same price as Seeker My Shadow, guys. Go buy Runner. What are you doing? Brax, bro, I already unlocked the key just in case somebody chose it for Saturday Night Live stream. Yes, Looper, that was the idea, was to play it with Julia. I can't even get her to play it. She's busy playing Red Matter 2. She's at the end of Red Matter 2. I don't know if she can hear me. She's at the end of Red Matter 2. And she's been really liking it. She's 15 hours in, something. She's been really taking her time with it, exploring everything in that game. Scott, that's my dude. Hell yeah. Runner is dope AF. I agree. go buy Runner. Runner is the same price as Seeker My Shadow, and it's not even on sale. Distracted, how dare you? Get out, banned. How dare you say that about Runner? I mean, like I said, man, some people you're gonna have different opinions. Some people are gonna like different games. So what are the big winners from this sale? Gotta get Moss Book 1 and 2 bundles, absolutely. You gotta get Pistol Whip. You gotta get Zombieland. Zombieland's a great PSVR2 hidden gem. Res Infinite's great. Drums Rock, another great one. Dude, honestly, if I had to pick just 2 here, I would get Drums Rock and I would get Zombieland. Boom. There you go. All these other games that I said I would recommend, I stand by that. But listen, I'm trying to not only value your time, but I'm trying to save you money as well. Get Zombieland and get Drums Rock and have a great time. Let's go. Guys, all right, before we get out of here, look, it's Saturday night. We're chilling. We're 40 minutes past schedule here. But we're hanging out together. We're spending Saturday night together. How's everybody doing, man? Let's see here. Zombieland is awesome, says Distracted. Euphoric Catchat AI. Supermassive dropped 2 games in a few months. Switchback and its remaster. Unplugged seems decent for $10. Unplugged, yeah, it's actually not bad for $10. I just don't think it's great. Oh, Distracted saying you haven't even played it. Dude, that's okay. I'm not mad by the fact that you made a joke. I'm mad at the fact that you haven't gone out and buy it. Go out and buy it right now and play it. It's really good, man. But Bad Robo says, yeah, we have different tastes. Some even like What the Bat. I don't know how. Yeah, Runner's definitely worth the price. It's so good, man. Yeah, man, Switchback. I can't wait to jump. So that's basically what I'm gonna do. Maybe if I play, I'll tell you what. If I play some games tonight, I will. I don't know. I'll stream it somewhere, either on Twitch or Discord or Patreon or somewhere or the channel. Who knows? But it would be just like it'd be like a smaller, let's have some fun and chill thing. But I'm very tired. I worked 60 hours this week. I worked today for 8 hours and I'm super tired. And that's why I don't have the energy to do another stream after this, really. But we'll see. We'll see how I feel. Maybe I'd love to do another game stream very soon, but I had to get caught up after losing power earlier this week for 2 days. Good stuff, man. But guys, make sure you join the Discord. Links in the description. Thank you guys for all coming out, hanging out tonight. Appreciate those who supported with donations. Appreciate all y'all supporting on Patreon. Got some, like I said, bear with me. Things are slow right now because I'm working an insane amount. And like, yeah, I don't know. I gotta have a break sometime. So, but yeah, man. And then, but yeah, thank you all for being here tonight, man. I appreciate you guys. And, yeah, man, everything's good though. Despite being super busy, everything is super, super, great. And dude, August, man, get ready. I'm excited about the Room VR free upgrade coming next week. Excited about Switchback patch. And, but yeah, we are hitting the ground running in August with, VR Skater. Cannot wait. Yeah, man. Appreciate you guys so much, man. Thank you for being out here tonight. Let's go ahead and get out of here, though. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday nights. Be fun, or have fun. Be safe, and be fun as well. Time to play VR. Distracted over there. Game Cat Photo Nutter, Mad Vegan, Dan Kiefer, Nathan. Thank you so much, man. Daily Average Game Snake. Love you too, homie. Guys, Southern Fist Bump to you. Markio, the Game Cat Dojo, co-leader. Guys, you all have a great night. Good times are right around the corner. Let's go. I'll see you guys again soon. Peace out.